Alright guys, so a few of you asked me this question. How do you set up the Rogue Echo bike? Did a video of me doing a 30 calorie sprint all out for power. And I got some questions, how'd you set it up? Where should the legs be? Where should the arms be? And pretty much what kind of workout you should do. So let's get after it now. Alright, so here is the bike. How to set up. You can pretty much change it at 2 points. You can raise the saddle up higher to adjust for leg height, and you can put it back to adjust for the length of your arms. So basically pretty much what you want to go for is you want the saddle kind of close enough to hip height, just the top of your humerus here, just at the hip joint there. Basically if you have the saddle down too low, it's going to be a lot on the quads. It's going to be really heavy on the quads, so the legs are going to fatigue. Whereas if you have it that bit higher and you're almost fully extended, that way you're going to be able to generate a lot more power a lot more efficiently. Same goes for the arms. If you're too far forward and you're very close to the handles here, you won't be able to generate as much force. You're going to be able to generate a lot more force if you can extend it out further. Okay, so they're the two main points to go by. There is a caveat here. If you are doing longer rides on the bike, you are better off being a little bit closer because you don't need the max power. And I just find if you're doing longer duration rides, if you're sitting back too far, it's just a little bit awkward and you end up almost bending over a little bit. So for me, there's markers here. It starts at 1. I have the old road bikes and for me, I'd have it on 5, and then I also have the newer ones and it can be set to 7. They're both pretty much the same height, they just have it done differently for whatever reason. The models are the same, but one came out a few months before the other and they obviously changed that a little bit. But if you're using a Assault bike or whatever, or another brand, just follow the same thing. Have it around hip height for me, so I'll go up 1 there. I've really long arms, so I like the saddle back pretty much to the max. So for me, that's pretty good. So I'm at 7 here, and I'm not quite fully extended. This is at its lowest, still a bit of a bend in the knee. That's kind of where you want to be at. You don't want to be reaching for the pedal either. And the arms, I'm getting a decent extension, like so. So if I'm doing short sprints, this is how we're going to break it down, okay? So short sprints, you want the legs where they are here, and you want this seat quite far back as well. Okay, you want to be able to generate max force. You want it to be able to stay upright and generate that force powerfully. If I go to longer rides, say rides that are over kind of the minute mark, I'm just going to knock the seat forward a little bit to about here maybe, and it's just more comfortable when you're cruising along. So you don't need to generate a lot of force with the arms, so you can just go like so, and it's just a lot more comfortable because you can stay upright. You're not as far back and you don't end up leaning forward. You can just stay upright and pedal like so. So that's how I would set the bike up. Find your hip height. So that's where it is for me. Just there, top of the leg, bang on, perfect. You're now, I'm not talking up here. So down here, bang on. Arms, you pretty much want nearly full extension with the arms. It's going to be a lot more power out here than here if it's stopping here. And yeah, for longer rides you might want to bring the saddle forward, but you never really want to bring the saddle down, because what's that going to do? I'll show you. I bring the saddle down. Now it's just a lot more stress on the quads, and I'm not going to be half as powerful or half as efficient. I'm going to really fatigue a lot quicker. So unless you really want to jack up your legs, I wouldn't go down this low. So there you have it. That's a simple way to set up the bike. Find that point on your hip, bring the saddle up to that height, then adjust the arms for, so you can get full extension and you don't want to be reaching for it. And then just break it down into, if you're going for distance on the bike, have the saddle a little bit forward, And then if you're going for pure power speed, like a short sprint, have the saddle back a little bit more and you're golden. That's kind of a point that no one really touches on, but it's super useful. So hope you found it useful, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. And check out me blasting a 30-calorie sprint. I'm not going to do it now. This is an old video. If I was to do this now, I'll be on the floor. Take it easy, guys, and thanks for watching.